Hey friends, and welcome back to this self-love masterclass. In these classes, we talk about all things self-love and spirituality. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Mullings-Lewis, and I am a self-love coach and a Reiki master. It's really great to be back here for another video. I get requests all the time from people to do videos about relationships, and I feel like it's been a really long time since I did a video on relationships, so that's what we're doing today. I got a request from a viewer, and basically she's all in a shambles right now. She's just completely heartbroken because the guy that she was seeing just isn't really into her anymore. He just doesn't want to do this anymore. He's out. And she's in this sort of space where she feels like she's not ready to let go. Like she doesn't even understand why they're breaking up. She thought they had a future together. I'm sure if you are someone who has ever been in the dating game, you can totally relate to this experience, right? You're really into this guy. You think things are going really well, and then poof, he ghosts, or he's just not interested, and you don't know what the heck happened and what's going on. There are a couple of things that I could tackle in this video. I can't tackle everything, so we'll do our best to just go over some of the things. The first thing is, when somebody just leaves you and you have no idea why, it is so emotionally traumatizing. You are trying to figure out what happened. All you can do is replay the last, however long that you've been together, and you're gonna feel all different kinds of emotions. Everything from rage to disappointment to confusion to shock to, like every other emotion known to humankind. And you really have to give yourself some time to just process what has happened to you. Your instinct, right, is to reach out to him and try to figure out what happened. You're gonna send him like a million texts. You're gonna wanna email him. You're gonna Facebook stalk him. You're gonna do all these things to try to figure out, is he seeing someone else? You're gonna try to figure things out. And the more you try to figure things out and the more you can't, the more frustrated you're going to become, and the more difficult it's going to be for you to just try to heal from this pain that you're experiencing. Part of the pain that you're experiencing is feelings of rejection as well as feelings of abandonment. And these are things that we often experience not only in adulthood, but usually the biggest traumas, the things that create the blueprints, are things that happened to us in our past, things that happened to us in our childhood. So even if you've done years of therapy, even if you've done years of coaching, even if you've taken many personal development programs, when someone hurts you in this way, it's going to trigger an experience for you that goes way back, and you're likely to react in the way that you did or feel the way that you felt when you were a child, in those times when you felt the most powerless. So really what we want to do is we want to try to get you to a place where you can regain and reclaim some of the power that has been lost from this experience. So rather than, trying to reach out to this guy and trying to stalk him and show up at his house or do whatever you're doing to try to figure out what's going on, you want to just simply accept what has happened. The reality is that you were with someone for a period of time, whatever that period of time was, and now he's out. He's either totally ghosted, he's disappeared, or he's literally directly telling you to your face that he doesn't want to be with you anymore. And as painful as that is, it's something that you have to accept in order to begin the healing process. So once you can literally just say, okay, this is what has happened, you start to have choices about what you want to do about that. Again, there's no one size fits all to healing. When I'm working with a client and they're going through something like this, it really depends on their energy, it depends on their past, it depends on what emotion shows up in the call or the session with me. It depends on so many different things, what strategy I use or what techniques we use, or what we tackle first. But ultimately, for everyone, the opportunity here is for you to really just go, okay, someone has left me and I'm in pain. What do I need to do for myself to take care of myself? So that is the question that you want to ask yourself. And you might have all different kinds of answers that will come up. Like, you know, one may be talk to a friend. Another one may be stalk him. But I'm again going to recommend that you don't do that, because that's not actually helping you. That's actually feeding the really hurt part of you that hasn't accepted what's going on. Again, you're looking at actions that are actually going to help you to get to a place of acceptance and get you to a place where you can just let go. So answer that question for yourself and then start to make a plan of how you're actually going to do that. The next thing that you're going to want to do once you get yourself to a place of some kind of acceptance is you're going to want to do things that help you to get your emotions out of your head and out of your body. So for a lot of us, you know, when we're hurt, we tend to internalize things a lot. And the way that we handle this pain is usually with some kind of self-soothing or coping mechanism. And it's usually something that doesn't let things out, but keeps things stuffed in. So a couple of examples of this is, you know, we might go and buy ourselves like a ton of junk food and ice cream and stuff like that, and then just cry at home. Or we might throw ourselves into work or something like that. Or we might go out and drink way too much. Or we might even throw ourselves into the, you know, arms or bed of someone else. Like, we're usually doing all these things to not feel the pain, to numb ourselves from it. And that is not necessarily, that's not what I recommend. So I recommend that you do something that helps you to heal. A couple of examples might be journal writing, it may be talking to a friend, it may be booking a session with someone like myself that's a coach or a counselor or a therapist, but you want to do a lot of talking or something that kind of mirrors like talk therapy. The other thing that I'm also going to recommend is that you move your body. So as an energy healer, when I'm working with people who come to me for Reiki, a lot of times they have a lot of trapped energy in their body and trapped emotions in there. And oftentimes that's what leads to some pains, physical pains that they're feeling, as well as other emotional stuff that they're going through, including stress, and I mean, I could list a whole number of things. So you really want to try to move your body, you want to try to move that energy out. So working out, dancing is one of my favorite things to do personally when I'm going through something difficult. I also recommend that to clients. If you love yoga, do that. If you love to play sports, do that. But just really just move your body. There are so many more things that I could really talk about in this video, but I really think this one is one of the major ones that I think everyone ought to sort of walk away with if you are going through a situation like this. And it is to really understand that there is somebody that you loved or still love that has withdrawn their love from you. And when you're ready, it's really important to look at how it became that you were in a relationship with someone who just left you. How does this person repeat a pattern for you? When you look back at the relationship, how was this person really treating you? Were they really treating you with the ultimate level of respect and love that you deserve? How was the communication in this relationship? Does the way that this person left you remind you of someone from your past? Is it a part of your pattern? Were there things that were showing up in your relationship that you kind of dismissed or ignored? These are questions that are going to help to give you greater insight into why this relationship may have needed to end for your own benefit, for your own growth and spiritual development of yourself. Relationships are never easy, and there are few things in life that are more painful than being left, and particularly being left without an explanation. Now, I don't want to get really diggy and judge the person that you were in a relationship with that just left you without really explaining or really giving you any clarity on what happened. What I will say is that I know that you are someone that deserves someone who is committed to you, someone who makes you feel appreciated and valued, and someone who is willing to communicate with you when things get rough, not someone who's just going to leave. So I hope that you watch this video and that you take some of these pointers and that you use them to help you to start to heal. I really acknowledge you for your courage and your bravery, and it is my greatest wish that this video helps you to move forward and brings you to the person that you're truly meant to be with. As always, my friends, it has been such a pleasure doing this video for you. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and even leave me some comments. Let me know how you've handled a situation like this in the past, or even some of the parts of this video that you found most helpful. Also, don't forget to share it with your friends and your family, because even if you're not going through this right now, someone you love could be going through this. And ultimately, we just never know what's happening in people's personal lives and when they could really use some help. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, don't forget to do that. My handle is @ModernDayWiseWoman, all capitals, all one word. All right, my friends, so it's a wrap for this video. Don't you forget that until we see each other next time, we are in this together. Mwah. I knew this cat was doing something.